Hello everybody, welcome back to Ellis Car Customs, where the hits just keep on coming. No rants in today's video. We're gonna try to get some quality work done. Once again, I want to thank everybody for giving me a shot, and especially all the people who keep coming back. You're gluttons for punishment, just like me. And I'm glad to have you. And if you're new, maybe try us out for a little while, see if you like what we're doing here. We're not doing anything fancy. We're just trying to do what the average backyard body man could do with a simple supply of tools and endless supply of rusty metal. So with that, I'll update you on what's going on here. First, I want to take you over here. The boys didn't make an appearance in the last video, so everybody was worried about them. Hey, wake up. Yep, there you are. So they're still here. They're in and out as they please. But here's a new development I want to show you. I've got the tailgate tossed on here lightly, because what I want to do is set those gaps before I cut the floor out. I'm gonna kind of get that tailgate lined up to where it needs to be when all is said and done, and then I'll weld some bracing across that opening to hold it square and in place to where I need it to be, so that we can cut that trunk floor out and start doing our craziness in there. There he is. Hi, buddy. I'll show you this patch here we were working on in the last video. That's all in there and ready to go, and it stiffened this up in good shape. And we've got our other panel in there. So yeah, it's going to take a little finagling to get the gaps the way I want them to be. It's a little wide on this side and a little short on this side, so I'll have to finagle it around to where I'm happy that the tailgate will fit in the opening the way it should. And this tailgate here is just for mock-up purposes. It's so rusty and terrible that I'll just be way ahead of the game to spend the $700 on a new tailgate. But it is what it is. But anyways, that kind of changes the appearance of it a little bit, makes it look a little closer to where we're shooting. So I'll do a little more work and I'll fly you back in here and show you how it's going. So here I've welded a brace into the top there to hold it at the top where I need it to be, because we wanted to make sure that the hatch glass would also fit the way it's supposed to. And then I temporarily stuck this tail pan in there just to get the gap at the bottom, and that's right where we need to be. And I measured off the shock towers out to it to make sure it was the proper distance, and I measured the opening top and bottom to make sure that was the proper distance when you measure the gate that goes in, so that the gaps will be right. So we'll be able to brace the bottom where that tail pan is sitting in there right now. But before I do that, I'm going to go through and cinch up the wall on both sides as far back as the wheel tubs. You know, basically in here, and lock it to the wheel tubs, because you can see there's still movement there. So that'll lock that together, lock it square for me. And I'll do it on both sides before I cut the floor out, because that way those wheel wells won't try to move in on me while I'm cutting. So that's the next plan there. We'll see how far we get. Okay, so I wanted to show that I got the window temporarily in this side to kind of hold the opening where I need it. So as I go through here and kind of tack along there, it's not going to change the window opening. Our window will still fit. So that's what I'm doing now, is just trying to join the rest of the Nomad roof to the inner structure of the two-door that was here, and then where you can see things are missing, we're going to have to make pieces to fill that in. But I don't want to mess with my window opening, because I want to make sure my windows fit when I get done, because that would really suck if I had that all kind of cinched in, then went to put the windows in and they didn't fit. So that's why we've got that temporarily in there, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. As I go along that side, I'll have the window in to hold the opening. It's not so much where the sliding opening is as where the back is, because I have a little bit of play with the sliding opening. But as long as the back curved glass lines up to the center, the B post there, that big wide B post, is kind of holding the front where it needs to be, so we should be in the ballpark. So I figured I'd show you that. Well, we've been doing the inglorious work. Like I say, it's all the stuff that's not going to be seen once everything is put together. But we're locking it in slow but sure. I've gotten about to the wheel well. Now I've got to start making some metal pieces and start filling in the hull. So yeah, this is the part that sucks. It's the tedious part, the part that nobody sees, but it's important for the structure of the car to hold everything together, because you can't just slap cardboard liners or something on the inside and have it flapping in the breeze, because that wouldn't be any good. It also has to kind of square up the back of the car so that it's not shifting from side to side, front to back, because right now the floor is not really attached to the quarters, so you know, you can have some movement there until the floor locks them together. So we got to make sure they're right where we want them before we do lock that floor in there. So before this video gets too awful dang long, I'll leave it there. White Toes says see you later. I say see you later. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Cheers.